What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping in and checking out the channel. I'm just going to get right into this video. I'm sure you guys have seen these screenshots like this floating around everywhere. I already made a video on it not too long ago, but I think at that time it was in beta mode. But looking at the screenshots, I'm starting to see streets that are here in my city, which means I guess it's no longer in beta testing. It's in full effect. I posted these two screenshots to TikTok, and there was one person who had a lot to say about the screenshots and everything else that comes along with doing gig work. And it leads me to believe that a lot of people just don't understand what's really going on. For this video, I'm pretty much making for the customers. And if you guys do gig work, I'm sure you can relate to it as well. But I want you guys to understand, the customers, that it's not always about your tip. It's not always about your tip. When we post something, when we make a video, or when we're complaining, or when we're talking about it, oftentimes we're talking about just the simple functionality of the app. When I posted those screenshots just to make everybody aware of it, I didn't even have the tip in mind. What I'm talking about, and what I think a lot of other people might relate to, is we're just asking for the basic information to do the task. I won't even say job, because by many standards, people will say this is not a real job. I'm just asking for the basic information to do the task. Knowing where I'm going, knowing where I'm dropping it off at, and knowing how much I get paid should be included in every offer that's coming through the system. And again, I can take this outside of the whole gig world. We can look at just real work. Your boss comes in and say, I need this done. Okay, what is this? Do you need it stapled? Do you need it copied? Do I need to go fax this? And what do you mean you need it done? You need information. You need information on what's going on. Somebody walks up to a group of construction workers. I need you guys to build a park. Okay, what kind of park? Is it a water park? Is it a theme park? How much are we going to get paid for this work? Like, where is it supposed to be? General information just to get the job done. It's not always about the tip. Again, I said it before, one of the biggest gripes about Corner Shop is not being able to see where you're going to be dropping an order off to. And now we have a screenshot that looks like this. You don't even know what restaurant you're going to. So that's the problem. Which brings me back to my original point where I'm saying that it's not about your tip. A lot of people have blacklisted restaurants for many different reasons. Some restaurants, great restaurants, food, top notch, 5 stars on Yelp. We know some restaurants take a little bit longer to get the food ready. So instead of waiting 30 minutes on that order, some people might decline that order and then go to restaurants that are a little bit faster to keep the money flowing, especially if it's during busy times, because declining that one, you know another one's going to come right away that you can just keep the ball moving. As you can see, I said nothing about your tip. Another thing, your location. Sometimes we're driving south and they're trying to send me back up north to go get an order. Not going to take that one. I'm going to decline the north order, let somebody who's working up there get it, and I'll go ahead and get the orders down here where I know more orders are going to be and I'm already heading that direction. Again, nothing to do with your tip. And the other comment that he made on the video was talking about, I'm declining a whole bunch of orders right now because I don't want to go do the work. Safety and location. Some people don't deliver to certain areas for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes the areas are just too far out. Sometimes the areas are not in the safest locations. Me, I try not to do a lot of deliveries at night. These Coke bottles on my face aren't always the best at seeing everything. So unless I'm delivering to an area that I've been to before and I kind of know how to maneuver it around, I wouldn't mind going there at night. If I haven't been to that location at night, I probably won't take that order, no matter how much you're tipping. I've seen that happen many times. People have rejected a lot of orders just based on where they're going and their own safety. So again, people will put their safety over the order amount and your tip. And another thing, we'll decline those orders because of all the reasons I listed, and then sometimes they'll be sent back to us, maybe with a little bit of pay on it. I'm still not going to take it. And that's me rejecting it. Not because I'm lazy. It's because I'm trying to be smart and safe. That had nothing to do with your tip. And it's always the lazy comment for me. You guys are lazy. You guys don't want to do anything. This, that, and the third. Explain that to me, because this is coming from somebody who's sitting in their house waiting for somebody to bring them something that they could have gotten themselves. I'm the one who's actually trying to get this stuff to you within reason. Just seeing 6 minutes on an offer card, that's not reasonable. That could be anything, anywhere, for any pay. This cannot be justified. I'm sorry. And I know it's coming, and I know a lot of people think about it. If you don't like it, go get another job. And I want you guys to understand that's not hurting anyone. This whole thing is a give or take. We need you to make your order. We need the company to give us the platform to receive the orders. You need the company to send your orders to. And you guys need us to bring you your orders. One cannot really exist without the other. We can have a whole bunch of hungry customers over here with an app that's willing to send out it. But if you don't have any drivers, it's not going to happen. You can have a lot of eager drivers ready to receive orders from the app. But if the customer's not sending anything, we don't get anything. We can have a bunch of hungry customers and eager drivers, but if there's no platform for us to connect with each other, none of this is going to work. So if we all just had to go get a job, the company would go away, you would go get your own food, and we would go find another job to do. And the only thing anybody's going to be getting delivered would be pizza and Chinese food like it used to be before all this stuff became a thing. People were working before these apps were a thing. And if all these apps just happen to crash tomorrow, people will find something else to do. So unless you do the work, understand that everything that we talk about, comment, and post on is not an attack on you. We're asking for basic functionality. The order cards should show everything about the job. Just like your hiring packet should show everything and all the tasks that you're going to do before you accept your job. So again, a lot of things that we discuss is not about the tip. Your tips are greatly appreciated, but it's not the entire driving factor behind all these videos, comments, posts, and just people expressing their general frustrations with the apps that we're trying to work with and for. It's funny, I actually had a conversation with one of my friends the other day. We went to go eat and I was just talking to him about, how I do delivery, whatever. He's like, oh, I never tip until I can make sure that the driver or whoever it is can follow my instructions. And I'm like, why play this game? You would rather risk your food getting to you cold because people probably have cycled through the order, or not getting to you at all because of the offer card that we see. Well, you didn't really see a lot before. And if this is all we're going to be seeing after declining some orders, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your food is the thing that's suffering. I want to get you hot food. But if I have to play a puzzle game just to find where your front door is, your food is the thing that's suffering. And then that's not going to be exceptional service. You'll be mad because you got cold food. And that's another reason why I hate doing double orders, because I feel like the second person is always suffering. While I'm trying to get the first order dropped off, the second person's food is sitting there. Yes, I have a hot bag and all that, but there's a lot of things that can happen when trying to drop off the first customer's order, especially if you're like my friend and want to test the driver to see if they can follow instructions to get to your door. I don't know. It just none of this should be this complicated. And then we got deeper into the conversation and he said, well, even still, no matter what, I always tip. So whether you tip up front or the end, you're planning on tipping. So why not just tip them, get your food faster and hotter, possibly, and then if you didn't like the service, you can decrease the tip or just take it all away. But at the end of the day, you're getting what you want, food. Possibly hot food. But I'll just say this, and this is just my own personal feeling and belief. I just feel like anybody who gets that triggered off of those kind of posts, for one, they don't value the job. We're just delivery guys. They don't appreciate the person who's bringing them the food. Because the way I see it, if you do value what they do, and if you do appreciate them performing the task that you chose not to do yourself, and you were planning on tipping them, then none of this should matter. None of, you shouldn't be upset. You shouldn't be triggered. It should just be, it is what it is. I understand, and I'm moving on. But I just find it funny, just like my friend, we would much rather go around in circles trying to one-up each other when in turn, the food is the thing that's suffering. Tips are for performing excellent service. Tips are not so the service will be good. He gets a base rate from Uber. Do your job lazy. As we know, for those of you who do it, that's why I say commenting on something like this is not always the smartest thing, because you don't know the ins and outs of how this actually works. Uber says they give you a base rate based on all these weird kind of calculations, but we know that the base rate does not always come out profitable based upon the miles that we have to drive sometime, or the time we might spend in the restaurant waiting for an order to get done. Now we don't even see the base pay. The crazy part about it is I read this comment here where somebody was saying this was pretty much the downfall of Postmates. A lot of people weren't taking Postmates offers because the offer card did not show a lot of information. So they just let the offers keep circulating back into the pool. Drivers stopped taking the orders because they didn't know what they were taking, and then customers stopped ordering because their orders weren't getting fulfilled. But anyway, if you are a customer or if you are a delivery driver yourself, I love to read your comments and just kind of know what you think about this. Do you think this is actually going to be something that Uber is going to stick with? Do you think this is going to be a downfall? Do you think this is a good idea? I mean, let me know down in the comments what you think, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.